Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Do you work out?
Turn on your electric pot.
This is for you.
Thanks. Cool. Well, welcome to an all-new HBFIT TV episode. We are here with Laure, who is otherwise known as Prince.Maison on Instagram. And Laure makes all these amazing vegan treats. And if you know me, you know I love an alternative ingredient. And I love anything like raw vegan that has to do with dessert. So today we are making something really, really delicious. When Laure told me what we were making, I was like, is it Friday yet? And it's not. It's only Tuesday, but whatever. You probably
It's going to feel like it.
It's going to feel like the weekend with this raw caramel.
Salted caramel
cheesecake. Cool. So tell me a little bit about what we're going to be doing today.
So today we're going to do a delicious raw vegan cheesecake. So obviously because it's raw and vegan, there won't be any dairy. So it's gluten-free, dairy-free, it's refined sugar-free, but it's delicious. And so we're going to do a base like every cheesecake.
Okay.
Nut-based, we're going to use some coconut, we're going to use some oats, and then we're going to do a cream, just like any kind of cheesecake. But for the cream, we're going to use cashew. So
And you soaked those?
So you soak the cashew to make them softer and then easier to blend them.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the caramel, obviously, as it's vegan, we're not going to use the typical ingredient for caramel that is usually sugar and butter, but we're going to use dates.
Amazing.
So I've already done the caramel today to make it easier, but basically it's just soaked major dates that are mixed
It smells
with a bit
so
of water.
good. It smells amazing.
So yeah, should we get started?
Yeah. The base is always my favorite. Because I feel like growing up, you always have like that graham cracker base. And so creating something that is healthy, but also has that like savory, sweet texture and flavor is just like my favorite thing. So I'm so excited that we're going to do this.
That's how we're going to be generous with the base.
Okay.
Some people do it thinner. I like a generous base.
Yeah, I do too. Like
So-
a good like half inch.
Exactly.
Nice.
Okay, great. So
Okay.
for the base, we're going to start by adding 1 cup of almond in a food processor or very powerful blender.
I think I need to invest in a food processor. Okay, so you do the almonds first alone?
So I do the almond first alone, then I'm going to pulse up. So just a little bit. Grab
Okay.
your spoon, you can mix it up a bit.
It's definitely like really making like almond meal.
Yeah, but what we want, it's still, we don't want it meal. We still would like to have some little pieces.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna add 1 cup of shredded coconut. I put coconut everywhere. I don't know about you, but
You know what's so funny is that I love coconut, but when I was a kid, I hated coconut.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
feel like I've come so far. Should I just put it right in?
Yeah. Here we are. Then you can add 1/2 cup of oats. So you can choose to use gluten-free, not gluten-free. It's really up to you.
I should really start using the Vitamix more for dried ingredients.
Oh my God, I use it for everything. And you can even put herbs, you know, like if you need to chop herbs.
Yeah.
You can use it for pretty much.
I made something recently and I forgot to take the pits out.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was really bad. So don't do that.
Would have been crunchy.
Well, I literally almost broke my tooth on it. So, because those pits are like really, really difficult. Like they're really hard.
Can I let you put them in? Please?
Yeah. I should send you some like really, really good maple syrup from Canada.
Please. I'm obsessed with maple syrup.
It's so good.
And here we go again. Here we go. This is exactly what we want. So once everything is mixed together, what we do is we go in our spring foam tin. So that's 8 inches.
And just a pro tip, Laure cut a piece of parchment paper to be the size of the bottom of the springform pan, just so that we could make sure it doesn't get stuck to the bottom, which I have made many things in the springform, and it always gets stuck, and I'm always like,
Yeah.
how do you fix this? And obviously
You use
the
butter
pro.
or you do vegan desserts and you put paper.
Right. Just gonna.
Yeah, perfect. So once this is all mixed together, we're going to put it all. Oh, make sure the paper doesn't go. Can I? Thank you. Oh, put it back there. Do you want to go in there? Well, at least we know it's sticky, which is a good thing.
And it already tastes so good.
Have you tried it?
I did. That's kind of like, I can't help it. When cooking, I just gotta try it all.
That's the good thing when you do it so often, is that at the end, I know it's delicious. I don't have to try it all the time.
So good.
Okay, so then just like any cheesecake base, you're gonna press the base in the bottom.
Okay.
You can use your finger, you can use a cup, you can use whatever you want. Make sure the sides are.
Tell us a little bit about like what made you want to go into specifically desserts, but also vegan desserts.
So, some French, as you could have guessed. I grew up in a family where food was like literally the main thing. There's a birthday, oh, we're gonna eat something. There's Christmas, we need to do dinner. You know, it's really everything about food. My mother's Italian as well, so there's like really this food culture. And so I grew up being passionate about it and cooking, and then a bit later on, after school, I started modeling. Then I was like, so I'm not gonna deal with my love of food and staying fit, you know?
Right.
So I've always had a very, very big sweet tooth. So I love desserts, and I started to look around, like, well, ooh, gorgeous.
Good, right?
Do you have something I could,
Yeah.
like a drainer?
Like a strainer?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
And so, yeah, I was always looking for healthier versions of desserts and what I could do. And I met my Australian husband, and we started to go to Australia a lot. And there's this big culture there with like healthy food and healthy lifestyle. And this is really where I discovered raw vegan desserts. And I just fell in love with it. So when I came back to London, I started to experiment myself, and at the beginning, it's fine. At the beginning, it wasn't that easy, but the more you do it and the more you get confident with it, then yeah, that's perfect. And that was it. And so when I moved to New York a year ago, I was like, okay, well, this is what I want to do. So I started my business, and so you need to rinse the cashews.
Okay, so after you soak them, you still need to rinse them.
You soak them, and you need to rinse them, yeah.
Okay.
Do
you want to? Yeah, there is.
And so I decided to turn my passion into a business. So I started Prince.Maison doing raw vegan treats for coffee shops. So you can see actually very close to here, go to 3 Seat Espresso in Barber, and they sell...
So wait, to which place? 9th Street Espresso?
No, it's called 3 Seats Espresso in Barber.
3 Seats?
Espresso.
Espresso
and
Barber.
Barber. It's an Australian coffee shop.
Okay.
Really good.
Really?
Really good coffee.
Oh my god, I need to go.
Yeah, you need to go.
Okay.
And your husband can get a haircut, and you can get a coffee,
Oh my
and you
God,
can get a
love
vegan
it.
treat. Yeah,
How cute. I can't believe you've only been in New York for a year.
yeah.
I
So
thought
this
I thought longer.
is how I started, and then I was doing private chefing in London already. So I was like, oh, here is such a great city for that. Like people have not really have kitchens or don't really have time to cook. And
Right.
And so I started to get into private chefing. And then I was like, actually, I could also do some catering. And I started to talk with people, and people started to ask me about breakfast and lunches. And
Amazing.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
How cool.
So here we have 2 cups of cashews.
How long did you soak them for?
So a minimum of 2 hours. I think 2 hours is good. I used these cashews are actually cashew pieces.
Okay.
So it's easier for the cream.
Yeah.
And it takes even less time to soak them.
Okay. And when you soak them, you put them in a mason jar, but if you just like left them in a bowl,
Yeah. I
just
put them
cover
in
them
a
with water.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna start to pulse.
Okay, so putting the base in the freezer for how long?
As long as you're done with the cream.
Oh, okay, just to keep it.
Yeah. So it has time to set, but it doesn't need that much time to set. It's probably about 15 minutes. So we have the 2 cups of cashews. Then we're gonna start to add some almond milk. So,
Here.
my hands are wet. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Do you work out? So about 1/3 of a cup. Just see how you go. Like start with 1/3, then you add little by little. Because I found my vitamins. I think what I'm gonna do next time I go on holiday is send my Vitamix for a checkup.
Oh my gosh, that's a really good idea. I
Yeah.
thought at first you were gonna say send your Vitamix ahead of time to where you were going. No. And I was gonna be like, wow, that is OG. So.
Yeah. I'm obsessed, maybe not as much.
We want to add a little bit more.
So what we're gonna do next, before adding more milk, we're gonna add about 1/3 of a cup of tahini.
Oh wow.
So tahini is gonna help with the caramel taste as well. So
Oh, I love tahini.
then what we can do, it starts to add the caramel. So you can start by adding a spoon. So this is in a caramel already, but if you have a very powerful food processor, you can just put your dates soaked. So they're going to be soft enough that your food processor can.
Literally without adding anything else, just turn it into a caramel, like a date caramel.
Yeah. Here you go. So.
I love like making a raw cheesecake because I feel like it really takes the guilt out of the dessert.
So
Because it's all just like, it's natural sugar, it's
exactly. So
no additive crap.
it's not a diet dessert, but at least there are no empty calories. So
Right.
you get vitamins, antioxidant, good proteins,
Good
fats, and also fibers. I mean, and you don't eat as much, I feel like.
Right. 'Cause
So what is great with this is once you get how to make a good cream, it's really up to you what flavors you want. So sometimes what I love to do, so I get orders. So for my catering and also all my cake that I get ordered, people can tell me, okay, so I love matcha, I love raspberry. And if they can pick, what we can do is I do a cream like this with the cashew, split it into 2, I do a part matcha, a part raspberry. And then what you do is you can create a marble effect. Then it looks beautiful and it tastes delicious. So this is a good sweetener, natural sweetener alternative. Mm-hmm. It's organic. And the good thing is that it's inoffensive. I found that if I put agave or maple syrup, it tastes like it has a very strong taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes I just want it to be sweet, but not to taste.
Right, overly.
Yeah. I'm really happy with the way
This looks
cream
amazing.
looks. So that's coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
So coconut oil, we're gonna add 1/3 of a cup.
Okay.
You mix it, and then the last ingredient is gonna be the salt.
Oh, wow.
How salty do you like things?
I like things pretty, I like salt. Like, I definitely love a sweet and salt combo,
Yeah.
particularly.
Should we add a bit more?
I'm down. Like a half teaspoon or a full teaspoon?
Maybe half one. Yeah. I usually use
Himalayan salt?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with this cream right now. What do you think?
It looks amazing and it tastes even better.
So that looks great.
Okay.
We didn't forget anything. So now we're gonna grab the base that is in the freezer.
Okay, let me grab that. So I take it obviously you can have a lot of fun with baking raw treats. What are some of your favorite things to make besides cheesecake?
Still in the sweet section.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh
So I love to do all energy balls.
Do you want me to give you a spoon?
Yeah, maybe. Energy balls, I feel like this is really something you can have fun with as well.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite ones to make that you can find at this Australian coffee shop are carrot cake ball.
Ooh.
So they taste amazing.
Wow.
So I made them with walnuts, carrot, oats, coconuts, raisins. It really tastes like
Like a carrot cake?
a carrot cake,
Wow.
but without the gelt. Otherwise, I love doing beetroot ones. So I use beetroot powder. I don't know if you use beetroot powder much.
No.
Yeah, so the color is amazing and it just tastes delicious and it naturally sweetens things.
Oh,
so
really?
Also for cheesecake, for instance.
You could do a beetroot cheesecake?
You could, but what you could do is, for instance, if you want to do a raspberry one and you find the color is not strong enough, you just use a bit of beetroot powder because it's a natural colorant. So you can really have fun with that.
I'm going to do that.
So yeah,
Do you ever make like chocolate squares?
chocolate squares. What do you mean? Like fudge?
Like, sorry, I just like licked that entire thing. Do you want me to clean it?
It's yours. It's okay.
Like, I've been seeing a lot of like kind of like cookie sandwiches or like things that have like a caramel in the middle that have two sides of chocolate on them, type of thing.
Yeah, so I made this. So this did a caramel peanut squares.
Ooh.
So you make a base like a cheesecake.
Okay.
Then you're gonna put a date-based caramel, a few peanuts, and then on the top you're gonna do a raw vegan chocolate like we're gonna do to top this cheesecake today. And you let it set, and this is just to die for.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh my
So
God,
it's
you'll
like
have to
a
come back and we'll have to do
Snickers,
that one. Oh my God, it's like a Snickers.
Like a Snickers.
Like a raw Snickers.
But like healthier.
Oh my goodness.
So it's always a bit around the spring from tin.
This is crazy.
Do you like it?
Like, I can't believe this is just like cashews, natural sugar, dates, tahini.
Guilt free. You can have it all day.
It's amazing.
So that's it. Once
Amazing.
this is made.
Laure was nice enough to bring over a finished product because it does take how long for it to set?
Well, best is a minimum of 4 hours.
Right.
I'd say overnight is the ideal.
Right. So for us to be able to show you guys everything, Laure actually made one yesterday. So this one is ready to go, which means that I actually will have a full cheesecake in my freezer just on hand for myself, which is amazing. So how are we going to top this one today?
So today we're gonna do a raw vegan cacao sauce.
Speaking my language of love.
Exactly. So it's the same raw cacao I was talking that I made on top of those squares.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, it's super easy. You just need some coconut oil that you need to melt.
Which this is such an easier way of doing it. I always think about like when you have to melt something, like putting like I always get so many dishes dirty. Like I either put coconut directly into like a big pot and put it on the stove, or I put it in a bowl on top of a pot on the stove. But Laura was like, "Oh, just turn on your electric pot. What is that called? Just turn on your electric pot and like put it in the water and like in a little cup," which seems a lot less fussy and really easy to do. How many like weird things did you make before you were like, "This is it, this is so good"?
Oh my God, you don't even want to know.
Because I feel like you, like it's all about experimenting, and I make like some really like weird funky things, and like I make my husband eat them all, but then he's like, "That wasn't good," and I'm like, "Okay,
I know.
good to know."
Mine is actually good. He's like, oh, that's good. I'm like, why don't you finish it then? He's like, I ate too much.
Yeah, classic. You're
I'm just
working on a
trying.
book?
Yes.
Very exciting.
I know.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. So it won't be only sweet, but it'll be plant-based.
Amazing.
Okay, so for the chocolate sauce, you need the same amount of raw cacao, then coconut oil. Because what you don't want is that it breaks. Ooh, so look at this.
Oh, wow.
Bit of warmth.
Do you want me to put this in here?
Sure.
Or no?
We're gonna use the coconut oil first.
Okay. I'm just gonna not mess this up.
Okay, so or maybe I should go from up. Okay, let's do this.
Oh,
Tan tan.
ta-da! Oh yeah, you were generous with this crust.
Yeah, this one. So this was a bigger mold than the other one.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be better on the other one actually, where the cream is a bit thicker.
Hell yes. Beautiful.
Gonna add a bit of hot water quickly.
And then you use this to drizzle?
Yes.
So professional. I love it.
So again, sometimes I'm a bit OTT, but you can just use a spoon and get messy.
Yeah, I love that. Or like you could also, I always do the old trick of like putting it in a Ziploc bag and then cutting a little hole in the Ziploc bag and using the Ziploc.
Yeah, that works as well. Of coconut oil.
Okay.
Again, if you really like it sweet, less sweet. I think a third is about right. Not overwork it. And then you add about half. It's about the same amount of the coconut oil. So the same amount of coconut oil and raw cacao powder. So you see that?
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh.
Can you smell it?
Crazy.
Ta-da!
Oh, this is beautiful. Like, what?
So it's a proper, it looks like melted chocolate.
Yes. Yes. It's amazing.
So then what I do is I put it into this. This is usually the messy part. Not too sweet and very chocolatey. This is for you.
Oh my God, thanks.
That's your lucky day.
Love it.
And then you just have fun.
Oh, wow.
So You know, you could write your name, you could
How
write...
cute is this? I need to get some of these. I'm just gonna like go over
Please.
here.
Or you could go around and do like little squares or...
This is so fun.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
The chocolate's so good.
What's good about the cake being cold is that like you don't have to worry about kind of like, even though it's like kind of firm to get out right now, it's not going to mess up the shape, which I find is always like the worst part about cutting into a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't put too much pressure on me.
Don't worry.
I go with my fingers. Huh? It's still really, really hard. So the best is to wait a bit. And
Like
also
maybe
what
30 minutes.
Yeah, and what I recommend is also, before put it back into your freezer, once it has softened a bit, cut slices. So then you can keep it in the freezer and it's already sliced. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
So
otherwise
it's
you need
easier
to go through the process
of doing this every time.
doing this every time, and it's a bit annoying. Oh, I'm really sorry. I hope I'm not...
Don't worry here. Ooh, I think you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
People say that's the best part.
Oh my God.
Is it good?
So good. Just gonna go full out right now. It's only like, 10 in the morning. It's totally fine. JK. This is crazy. You guys.
Okay.
This is so good.
Let's try it.
It's like completely guilt-free. I know you guys are all dying for the recipe. We're gonna put it in the comments below, so make sure you check those out. Let us know what you think of the recipe. Make sure you tag us when you do. #HBFIT. Don't forget to, at Prince.Maison.
Prince.Maison.
Prince.Maison. And honestly, follow Laure. She has amazing inspiration. You'll all want to know when her book is dropping. And let us know if you liked this episode. If you did, we got to bring her back. Try some like blue magic, some matcha, some raspberry
Snickers.
stuff. Oh my God, the Snickers.
Oh, summer's coming. We can do nice creams.
Love an ice cream.
Love an ice cream.
Okay, amazing. Well, take care and thanks so much for watching.
Thank you.